I wanted to share briefly, if I may, just some information, and I have 3 questions that I hope can be answered tonight or in the near future. It was reported by the Canton Repository on January 9th, 2003, an annexation and economic development agreement between the city and township got a lukewarm reception at best during a public hearing Wednesday night. About 300 people attended the meeting at Faircrest Middle School to discuss 3 cooperative economic development agreements. That's just the portion from that. Canton did, in fact, annex 885 acres of land in August 2003 for the primary purpose, in my opinion, of developing the Mills project. Commitments were made that have not been followed through on to this day, which is 8 years later. I can still hear in my head the words that were spoken to us as a congregation and to myself personally when we were being courted to support the annexation so that in fact that Mills project could take place. You will have water in 1 year and sewer within 2 years. Again, citing by the repository, the 2011 State of the City address, a portion of that says, Medline Industries, the largest manufacturer and distributor of healthcare supplies in the nation, now has a new $13 million distribution center at Mills Industrial Park. They currently employ over 80 people and already have helped attract more tenants to the park. Old Dominion, a trucking company, is building a 60-door freight terminal at the Mills Industrial Park. When the facility is finished, it will host around 35 more jobs. Then I will jump to a City Council communication dated March 11th, 2010, which was put forth by Councilman Terry Prater and Councilman Bill Smuckler. On February 3rd, 2003, Canton City Council passed Resolution 18/2003. The statement of services that guarantees water and sewer services would be provided to the 11th Street Church of God after the Faircrest annexation, which passed as an ordinance number 172/2003 on August 11th, 2003. It goes on to say, 7 years have now passed and nothing has been followed through according to the agreement which was committed to at that time of passage. Therefore, we respectfully request for an ordinance to be drafted authorizing the service director to advertise, receive bids, and enter into contract to provide both water and sewer services to the 11th Street Church of God pursuant to 0418/2003. This ordinance will need to go into effect at the earliest time permitted by law. Thank you for your attention in this matter. This was sent to the law department, which raises my first question, since we're over almost a year and a half later now. What is the status of this ordinance at this time, because it seems to have been put into limbo for all of this time and nothing has seemed to happen from it? I'll go on. You can answer that later if you'd like. The second part is this, I had a communication to my office. This was a follow-up to a meeting that we had nearly a year ago. This communication came November 9th, 2010. My secretary received a call from Fonda Williams, a worker in the office of Warren Price, service director, and they wanted us to know that an engineering firm is currently doing a study on the cost of water lines to the Faircrest Church area. His best guess is that the report won't be ready until after the first of the year. And my secretary asked that a copy of all the reports be sent to us as a follow-up, which was also a follow-up to the meeting that we had had previous to that with several of the councilmen and administration. So my second question is, nearly a year later, I asked what is the status and how has it been completed, and is it available, that report, to our church? Moving on, it's my opinion that people want their elected officials to be leaders of high moral standards, leaders of integrity, and leaders who, quite simply, to put it simple, do the right thing. Third and final question. Are you going to be leaders of high moral integrity and leaders who do the right thing? Because all I've seen for 8 years is how people have sidestepped the issue of providing what was into the document and the annexation 8 years ago. I understand economic issues, but it seems like we're putting more of our energy into finding loopholes than we are into finding solutions. So that's my third question. And I asked this question partly whether we're going to be people of high moral character, people of integrity, and people who do the right thing, because I was informed by one of my parishioners just recently that one of your ranks told her that we would never have sewer and water at our Faircrest property. And that's quite disturbing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.